Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you here from the NFL. What's a 12-game card? 11 left, as we do have Indy and Atlanta started in Germany in progress. We got a handful, 7 games here from the NBA. Still a full college basketball slate, NHL, and more. So we'll have them for you here on the show. Give us that like, that thumbs up before we get started. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks so we don't mess around on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
No, not much. Coming off 4-1 day there. Vanderbilt had Vanderbilt for both best bets, college basketball and college football. So glad to see them come back in that one in overtime there in football. And then had the Bulls that almost lost it for us there. Right there, they just kind of gave up in the last minute and a half there, but still covered that 8. So we got them and just ready to get to it.
Absolutely. Let's say hello. El Ninos, what's going on?
Yeah, pretty rough one for me on the premium side. I guess I picked the wrong ones out there. Speaking of that Vandy pick, I think that's the one first half bet. I know I mentioned a lot of first halves yesterday, and sure enough, a lot of them came through, except the one I went with on the premium side. So good on them for the comeback, but I was looking for them the first half there. And but yeah, anyways, looking for a bounce. Also, yeah, Lakers gotta give them a shout out for that wonderful performance yesterday. So definitely I couldn't have picked a better spot for them, and way to show up there.
Bad start to that trip out east. That's what you got to worry about, right? We'll see if they can bounce it back there. We'll say hello to Alessandro. Alessandro, what's going on?
Nothing too bad, nothing too much. A lot of volume yesterday. The one I'm lost a little sleep over was that Iowa money line. Totally could have cashed that. Just ball didn't bounce our way. But yeah, ready to bounce back today with that and make some money.
Absolutely. So, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy to be here. Happy Sunday. I think we went 500 again. Been going 500 for about the last 3-4 weeks. Heating up in college basketball a little bit. Starting to see the board. I think we hit 4 straight play todays. Ready to fire. Let's get to it.
Very good there with Solo. Yeah, I finished yesterday. What do we go? 3-1 in the premiums. The only one I missed with Missouri. I guess Texas A&M is the real thing. But I had some overs here in the Marshall game. Had overs that Kentucky just barely got over. We needed one team to do it pretty much. Zip them on themselves. And also Utah State. This is probably be the worst Nevada team I've ever seen.
They're terrible.
They are just absolutely horrific.
Yeah, I had Utah State -9. I had that one, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Nevada is just a horrible team. They can't beat anybody in the FBS. And again, I'm upset myself. Love games on the board. I love Clemson, didn't play it. I love Rice, didn't play it. And there's a lot more that didn't play. So I'm just like, to be tied here. But, November is the time, I think, when you can start to see the board. You got enough data now. I think this is where I think you got to be really more aggressive this time of the year, especially because this is the time where you got the data and look for those teams that are on the improve, as well, because some of these teams got a bad profile in September, early October. But if they've changed it up a little bit, with time can come improvement, especially with these younger teams. So just remember that. But I think November is the time really to go in more aggressively in college football now that we have all the data.
Again.
That's it. Exactly. So let's get to it, guys. NFL, we got 11, so we'll do 4, 4, and 3 on the blocks here. We do have one in progress. Falcons, Colts. Somebody want to do in-game, you can do that. We'll start here with Browns and Jets. Browns going to lay 2 on the road. That's right, 2 on the road, total 37.5. Saints and Panthers. We got the Panthers favored, 5.5 here, total 38. Bills and Dolphins. We got the Bills 9.5 on the road. We see 10s as well, total 50. And we'll end the block with Jags at Texans. Of course, Texans going with the Stanford quarterback, Davis Mills. Stroud out with that concussion. This one's about a pick 'em now, total 37.5. We start here with Chris.
Number Jacksonville. Yeah, and that one, give me Jacksonville. I got it at -1.5 there. I'll take them with that. We'll see how that quarterback does for Houston there. On the flip side, give me the Saints on the road +5.5 there. I like that. Another one I'm looking at here is a Buffalo-Miami game. I'm also looking at a couple things here. One, I'm looking at the under, and 2, did make the premium, but I'd lay it with Buffalo there, -9.5 on that. But the bigger thing for me there, I think, is the under. I think we see a lower scoring matchup.
Here you go with Chris. Move on over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons live right now. Oh, well, there it goes. I was seeing a plus 9.5. That's down to. I should have. I wanted to go in front of Chris there because I had a feeling that was going to disappear. But anyways, 8.5. I'll still take it. Anything over a touchdown you can get with the Falcons, I'll be on that. But other than that, yeah, I'm actually on the other side. I like the points with the Dolphins here. Could they get blown out? Sure, they absolutely could. The Bills are the much better, definitely a lot more consistent team. But if the Dolphins show up even a little bit, I think they should be able to keep it within a touchdown as well. They definitely have the weapons to do that. Obviously, that defense is a problem. But again, I think with that offense they have, which again hasn't always been the most consistent, but I think they should do enough scoring to keep this one within a single possession. And I agree with the Jaguars. Again, backup quarterbacks here for the Texans, so that's my main angle here for the Jaguars. Also, I guess they haven't been terrible themselves, so I'll do that. Obviously, yeah, almost lost that one to the Raiders. That's never a good thing, but hey, I think they're the better team here. So yeah, not much else on these other ones. The Jets finally get a win here. I don't know, man, but that's
I forgot to note here in this game, 67% chance of rain, 11-mile-per-hour wind. I forgot, Jorge, put in the chat what the wind gauge is when you say when it impacts a football game. I know you, Jorge, has been used to trucks of weather a lot.
22 miles per hour.
Was it 19? What was it? Yeah. There's a certain point where the wind impacts the game. I just couldn't remember what he said, what it was, but yeah. There, back to El Nino. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think even 15 starts to affect some kicks, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think it's right around there where it starts. I'm seeing 11 in this one right now. I don't know what the gusts are up to. I haven't checked that. But yeah, should be an ugly game. Can't blame anyone if you want to take a shot with the Jets here, but I'm staying away from this ugly one.
That is probably the degenerate special of the year. On over to Alessandro.
I think I'm going to go to the degenerate special. Then I like the Jets today. Just off what you guys were talking about with the weather, I can trust Justin Fields a little bit more to get this ball through that air than Gabriel. I don't know. Still a lot of question marks with Gabriel to me. Also, just run the heck out of Justin Fields. Then if the weather's been this bad, Jets rely on that defense. I know they let a couple pieces go, but I don't know. At this point, they're going to play with nothing to lose, 1-7. So see if they get it done. Jaguars, Texans. I'm on the other side of you guys. I'm going to take the Texans here. I think Davis Mills can be serviceable. That defense, D'Amico Ryans, I'll lean on that at home. Again, a revenge spot. They already lost to the Jags earlier this season. Sign me up here with the Texans. I feel like everybody's on the Jaguars today. The Bills, Dolphins. I just like the over. I actually think we see some points in this one. That's all I really like there, the early slot.
There we go. So here's Jorge coming in 22 plus and 30 gusts here. So important to be constant for the whole game, not just, off and on. Long field goals are always tough in these kind of conditions. All right, let's move on over
too. Just because the Falcons are down right now, I like the money line. They're already driving down the field. They're on the Indy side. Run the ball. Just because you're down doesn't mean you have to completely abandon the run and make Penix throw the ball 40, 50 times. I mean, let's use those two running backs. That's all I got to say with the Falcons.
That's right. Let's see how they're going to try and make a deep throw right now with Penix, and we got a flag there. We could see either interference or holding. So Atlanta on the move. On over to Solo.
Hey Tony, so it was Bills, Dolphins, Falcons, Colts, Saints, Panthers. What was the other game?
Okay, we got Browns, Jets, Saints, Panthers, Bills, Dolphins, Jags, Texans. And you can do an in-game on this Colts in Atlanta.
Yeah, the Bills and the Dolphins, I think these teams go up and down, score some points. I think Josh Allen has his way. I think the Dolphins and Tua will probably find a way to score a couple late. Knock this total over 50.5. I agree with Drew on that one. I'm going to go to the Saints game. Chris, I wish I could do it. I'm not going to lay it. I'm going to stay on the under with the Saints. We really just can't score. We struggle stopping the run. We're probably going to turn the ball over. Physical division game. I want to take it with you. I probably better, but I can't do it on the premium side. I'm just going to stay on the under, 4 straight with the Saints under.
There you go here from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I can only look at the Jets here. I think in bad weather, I'll give Fields a nod over Dylan Gabriel. Although Dylan Gabriel did play in Oregon. I don't know how many bad weather games he had in Oregon, but we know he was a Florida kid, played a lot there, UCF. there. But I'll look at the Jets because Fields, this is the type of game you're going to run. Let's face it. And I'm just not a fan of this Browns team. 5-17 of the spread on the road. Now, I could tell you if they played the Jets 17 times, maybe they were 500, but maybe they didn't cover the 2.5. So I'll take the plus 2.5 here in this spot. The
Tony,
Browns.
You think the Jets gonna play for Glenn? You think they're gonna play hard?
Well, I think a lot of them play for their pocket now, right? I think that's because these NFL contracts aren't guaranteed. So I think it's a situation where you're still going to be on videotape. The agents are probably talking to them, say, listen, guys, because the agents are trying to work for the 2% commission. Right? That's what they want. They want to get paid. So I think they're working the players, saying, man, just keep into it, keep at it. They got to have pep talk with their guys, right? Because they follow them very carefully. So they're playing for their pocket, man. That's the way it works. So I can only look at that spot there. Yeah, another ugly one here. Again, the Panthers are the favorite. No thanks. I think the Saints defense. It's not the worst defense you're going to see out there. I just think in that spot I'll take them here at the plus price against. I just don't want to make Carolina a favorite. No thanks. There. Let's see what the quarterback situation. Tyler Show. I don't see Hill in a quarterback, although they may run plays for him. This might be the time to do it, or maybe you just want to keep losing to get that first round pick at this point of the year, right? Why?
Remember they were rolling with Rattler for like 12 straight games, and then he was like 1-11, so they went to Shuck the 40th pick in the second round, trying to see what they have. Probably gonna lose a lot of games, so they're probably trying to see if they're gonna draft maybe Dante Moore, or Mendoza, or somebody, or with this guy. So they need to see what they got. But he's kind of a little trigger happy, look a little shell shocked. He only gets like one read, then he kind of tucks the ball, but he doesn't run. He just kind of just locks down. I'm a little worried about him in the pocket. But he definitely has some touch, though. He has a little touch.
Yeah, and you got Olave, Cooks, Kamara. I mean, they're still playmakers. Although they're maybe a little long in the tooth now, but he's still got some playmakers over there. We'll see how that rolls there for this New Orleans team. All right, we are past the trade deadline as well, so we'll see while we roll. All right, let's continue on. We'll go to block 2 here. We got Ravens and Vikings here. Ravens laying 4 on the road. I'm seeing 3.5 popping up as well. Total 49. Patriots and Bucks. Tampa Bay coming off the bye, 2.5, total 48. Giants here and Bears 4.5. This could be some snow in this game. Looking at the forecast, total 46.5, 45.5 up there. And of course, we'll get into the later games here with Cardinals and Seahawks. We got the Seahawks laying 7, total 40. The 6.5s are now gone. You could have had them during the week. If you waited too long, it's a 7 now. Total 45.5. And we know the quarterback situation there. It's not going to be Murray, obviously, because they've decided to go with Brissett. So we get this block underway here with Chris.
Okay. I'm going to take the Seahawks -7 at home. Probably not a popular one there. And then let's see where we at. The Giants, Chicago could see snow. Hopefully the Giants don't wear the rivalry jerseys. They completely lose them and all that white there. But give me an under there. If we got snow in there, I just think they're going to have to run it. Jackson Dart's probably going to get in there for a touchdown too. That's a little additional prop there. He's 4 straight games with them. So give me the under in that one. And the Seahawks. That's the only 2 I like in that one, that block.
Yeah. There, here you go from Chris. Move on to El Ninos.
Yeah, I like the Vikings here to keep it close with the Ravens. This should be a fun one. Wouldn't be surprised at all if they pulled the upset off here, but I think the value's on the points, though. I mean, you can't hate to talk anyone off of close to plus 200, but again, could very well end up being a field goal game. So I'll take the points with the Vikings there. Patriots and Bucks. Yeah, I went back and forth a lot on this one, but I think I'm still leaning Bucks there at home here, despite a couple big injuries. I think they managed to somehow, some way get the job done late. Now the Patriots have been pretty good, having a pretty good season, but I think the Bucks get the job done at home there. Giants, Bears, probably stay away with that weather. And not much on the Seahawks, Cardinals. I like the Seahawks in the first half early, but that number's getting away from us.
Here we go here from Al Ninos. Interesting to note here. Not a fan of Scott. A lot of folks that I respect that play Survivor said that this was the toughest week, and they said that coming into the season. That's what they said coming into that this would be the toughest week. So that does so far look that way. Let's move on over to Alessandro.
I actually like the Ravens here. I'll lay it with them. I'm just going to trust them here, lay it with Lamar. The matchup here against J.J. McCarthy, I'm just not sold on J.J. yet. A lot of game managing. I think Kevin O'Connell's scared to open up the playbook with him yet. And I don't know. They'll get Derrick Henry going eventually. And AFC North is still in sight for these Ravens. I'll lay the -4.5. I'm with Chris here. I like the Seahawks. I'll take the 7. I see it at 7 and a hook now. That's a good sign. But, yeah, I like the Seahawks to get it done at home. Lions, Commanders in this slot, or is that?
That's the next slot.
Okay. Okay, Giants, Bears. Only thing that worries me is sometimes with the snow, defensive line gets 0 pass rush. Quarterbacks have all day to sit back there and throw. I don't know how's the wind looking in this game. I don't have really any interest in betting it in any ways. I'm just giving some points out.
Very windy.
Yeah, it's very windy. So, yeah, I'm staying away. It's just ugly.
26-mile-per-hour wind there. It's a very windy game. Look like we're going to see a lot of running here.
I like those linebackers. I like those linebackers from the Bears, though. They got 2 big lines, especially Edmonds, big 6'5" kid. Yeah, I don't know. I'd lean the Bears.
There you go from Alessandro and over to Solo.
We'll stay on that game, Giants and the Bears. I'm not a fan of Dable, although he has kind of put Dart in positions, where he can kind of get some positive yards without throwing the ball. Hasn't really got him banged up. I think the Giants could score some points. I'm going to stay away from that total with the weather. But I like the job Ben Johnson's doing with the Bears. I'm a big Caleb Williams fan going back to his days in high school. He's improved. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's got some nice weapons at tight end, little size and speed outside with a Dunze and DJ Moore. I'm going to lay it with the Bears.
There we go with Solo. I tell you what I think about this game. I don't like the number now. I had 47.5 earlier in Bears Giants. To me, it's a no play because the numbers. This forecast was out early in the week, so it shouldn't be no surprise. So I'm staying away on that one myself right now, especially at that price. I'll look at New England. It's funny here. This is supposedly a bad spot here for the Patriots. You got Tampa Bay come off the bye, but why has Tampa Bay never got the 3? It never got the 3. That's something weird there for me. But so I'll take the Patriots here. Patriots on the road putting up 28 points a game, getting really good quarterback play. The Bucs they don't run effectively at home. There is a huge injury advantage for the Patriots in this game. When you look at the Chow report, a significant injury advantage here for this New England team. The Tampa Bay offense has the lowest health rating at 67.8 based on the players on the IR and their 2 playmakers that are injured in this game. There in Irving and Godwin. So I'll take the points there with New England in that spot. It did say I'll look at Minnesota to cover this number here at 4. Baltimore, their defense still in question, right? Let's see if they can keep it going, but their pass defense has been very bad. You look at Minnesota at home. Flores is a good defensive coach, holding teams at 3.8 yards per rush, just 180 yards passing. They do run the ball effectively. I'll take the 4 there, and what could be a field goal game at the end of it there. I can only look at Seattle in this spot. This is a horrible spot for Arizona. You have a short week, back-to-back road games against a Seahawks team here. I believe coming, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they coming off the bye here? It's a short Seattle. I'm not sure if I can.
Seattle beat up on the Commanders.
That's right. It's not a bye week. So it's back-to-back road trip for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals on a short week here. Tough spot. On the road, they're not stopping. On the road. They're not stopping the run. Seattle's getting great quarterback play at home, putting up 30 points per game. Let's take a look at the weather there. It shouldn't be a factor there.
Are you surprised it's only 7? Because I thought it would be a little higher.
Well, the reason for that is because if you look at the trends on Arizona as a road dog of 7 or greater, they have a fantastic cover rate there when they've been underdogs. But that's a lot of it with Murray at there. But Brissett maybe change some opinions there on people's here. But the big thing here is those folks that like to follow those trends. There's a massive trend here with Arizona as a road dog of 7 or fewer points. And let me see if I can pull it up here, because I looked at that and I didn't take it into consideration because I just think the spot's really bad for Arizona. But when we look here at where we go, let me get back to this number here. There's something here that really stood out to me in the trends, but again, I said I'm not going to apply it here because of the spot. But Arizona here as a road underdog of 7 or fewer points, 10-2 to the spread.
This is what I'm saying.
That's
I like Brissett too. I
Yeah.
like Brissett a lot more than Murray, if I'm being honest. So,
Murray's got the size issue. He plays hurt. It's funny, he's played hurt most of his career, but he's not playing hurt now because it really hurt his stigma and it hurt his performance. Because I will tell you that early in his career he did play hurt.
Seemed like Harrison Jr. is getting the ball a little bit.
That's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference there. That's the difference here. Right? They're looking at that. Looks like I didn't get the news here. We're getting a comment here that Taysom Hill looks to be the starter quarterback here for New Orleans. Did you hear about that? Is there any talk about Hill over there?
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, I wasn't sure. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Schwartz Show, closing out NFL here with Lions and Commanders. This one has the Lions here, lane 8, total 49. This might be I'm surprised, might be popular there in the survivor numbers based on the number here, right? 8 points here, total 49. Revenge spot for the Lions in this game. Rams and 49ers. We got the Rams now up to 6, total 49.5. And your Sunday night game, Steelers and Chargers. It is the Chargers 2.5 and 3. Total sits about 44.5. We're seeing 45.5 pops up, so it's a variable there on the number. We go over to Chris.
Yeah, this first one, give me my Lions 8.5, 9, whatever you want to do over the Commanders. I don't know. Daniels is out. Of course, had that horrific arm injury there last game. So they got this other guy in there. I'll take Jared Goff and my Lions all day. You can give me the over in the Steelers Chargers. I just think they get back and forth. Nobody's playing defense here, and old Perk Rogers gonna give it up there and just keep throwing it as far as he can down there. I think we see a lot of back and forth. So we'll see up and over 45.5 in that one.
There we go with Chris. We move on over to Al Nino's.
I'm actually seeing 44.5 in that one right now. But I'll take a couple props here in these late games. I'll start off with George Kittle to get a touchdown at plus 150. I like the Rams at the opening line. If I'm not mistaken, this was a 3.5, wasn't it, when it opened? And I was hoping, praying for a 3, but obviously, that's not happening. Anyways, I will look at some more props. Sorry, I had a couple. Now they're escaping me. I'll take DK Metcalf to score a touchdown there in the Sunday night football game. And I think, where did he go? Yeah, sorry. I'll let you know later if I find that other one. I think that's what I'm sticking with now, though.
All right, El Nino's on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, the only one I like in this slot there is the Lions. What is it, -8 right now? I'd lay it. I just can't get there with the Commanders. No Jaden Daniels. Not even that. They just haven't looked that great this year. I still have question marks about their defense. Lions in a bounce back spot as well. Looked ugly last week. I think this is a Lion spot. I'll lay the 8 points. I'm actually looking at some alts. It's not worth it. -14 is plus 150. To me, that's not worth it. But I do think the Lions win by margin.
There we go here from Alessandro. Move on over to Solo.
Rams and the 49ers. 49ers are starting to turn it on. They return home, still kind of banged up. I like the job Mac Jones is doing. McCaffrey still has a little gas in the tank. The defense is slowly getting better. Physical game tonight. I'm taking them on the money line. You guys take the points.
There you go here from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I like in this block here. I do agree here with the Lions here to bounce it back. They've been a really good bounce back team following losses. Go back here and look here at these numbers here with this Lions team. Detroit here has bounced back strongly after losses this year with wins by 15 or greater points after each loss. Lions, as we know, getting really good quarterback play on the road. Commanders defense at home giving up 8.3 yards per pass attempt. That's terrible when you place the Lions. That is really bad. So I'm going to look at Detroit in that spot. Yeah, I agree with Solo. I like that. I'll take the Niners with the points here. All the trends point to the Rams as a road favorite. They have a very good trend report there as a road favorite, but I think it's inflated here. And this is a divisional game. And I understand the huge injury disadvantage, but let's put it bluntly here. San Francisco has been at a huge disadvantage all season long, but somehow, some way, they're winning games and covering. this is to me. This is the coach of the year. I mean, I'm sorry. I know. I mean, to put together a record like this with all this injury disadvantage you had all season long, I can only, again. I mean, a lot of people hype this Rams team. I don't think the Rams are as good as people say they are, personally. They've had some runaway victories this year, but there's been some time when their offense has been stagnant, so I'm not sold on this Rams team as everybody else is out there. They seem to be everyone's darling. But, this is what happens when you hear sometimes media. People are forced to give out preseason opinions, and they want to hold on to them the entire season, and sometimes you got to be careful with that.
These aging quarterbacks, too, as the year goes on, I started looking to fade Rodgers and Stafford and these type of guys, Flacco. Yeah.
Yep. And, this, they've had some head scratching losses. I know that the loss of the 49ers was a really bad loss, but again, I think this line's just too inflated. I'll look at the Niners in that spot. I like as well the over in the Steelers and the Chargers here. You got to worry about that Steelers defense, especially in this fast track in LA. All right. So you got two past defenses that have not been really good. And also the LA defense, over 5 yards of carry on the ground. They throw the ball pretty well. The Chargers have gone over. The Chargers have gone over in 4 straight. That's what they've done. I think you're seeing a lot of these low totals here because of Harbaugh. But Pittsburgh here on the road, 6-2 to the over on the road, facing teams that allow 4.5 yards per run or greater the past 2+ seasons. I'll look at the over there with its Steelers and the Chargers. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn our attention right on over to the NBA. 7-game card. We'll do a block of 4 and a block of 3. We'll start it off here with a good one here. Rockets and Bucks here. Early start, 3:40 Eastern time. The Rockets 4.5 and 4, total 231 in this one. We know Vinny and Fleet are out for Houston. On the Milwaukee side, no Porter, no Prince. Giannis there is probable. Nets and the Knicks. Well, it wasn't like it used to be. Knicks 15.5, total 228 in this one. And we've got Highsmith and Cam Thomas. We need him in there. We need to trade you. We need you in there so we can get some points, so we get some numbers for you to trade you. But he's out for Brooklyn. Knicks, a clean injury report. There you go for the Knicks. Thunder and Grizzlies. Boy, times have changed here. Well, they haven't because Thunder here, 10.5 on the road. There's 11 out there too. Total 232.5. And in this one, we've got Topic, Wiggins, Kenrick Williams, the good Jalen Williams out. Dort questionable. On the Memphis side, it's Clark, it's Edey, it's Jerome, it's Pippen out. Santi Aldama. They'll give you some points off the bench from him, but he's questionable there for Memphis. And in the Celtics and Magic here in a rematch game, it's the Magic 3.5, 4, total 227.5. And in this one, we've got on the injury report, Tatum's going to show up because I guess somehow, some way he can come back late in the season. We don't know, but he still shows up on the injury report. Moritz Wagner still hurt for Orlando. He's been hurt all year, but the injury report's been a lot smaller here for this Magic team than they have in the past year. We've only seen one guy every game, so improvement there. We'll start here with Chris.
Yeah, OKC and my Grizzlies. Give me the 10.5 in my Grizzlies. I think they can do enough here in Memphis. Maybe take over to 32.5 as well. We're in Memphis. I think we take the over there. But I'm going to take my Grizzlies today with that big spread on that. Also, I'm going to watch that Bucks Houston one there. I know Giannis is probable there to come in. So it might lean Bucks there if he does, but probably going to stay away. Definitely stay away from the Nets and the Knicks. I want no part of that. That just is a mess. And then I'm going back to the Magic against the Celtics at home. I think they get it done again against them.
There we go with Chris. We move next on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'll take a shot here. I know I've liked the Rockets a lot this season, but I think the Bucks can keep it close at home. If not, pull the upset off. I mean, this should be a fun one to watch. Some good matchups there. And I do think the Rockets are the better team. Don't get me wrong there, but I think Giannis, when you got a good player like Giannis and, some decent players around him, I think, you're always a live dog, especially at home. Nets, Knicks, could get ugly, but I would lean towards the points. You know me, I don't care who's playing. I'm not going to lay more than 2 touchdowns here. Grizzlies, this one I like better. I'm with Chris here. I like the 10.5 again with the Grizzlies. honestly kind of tempted. I know it's a long shot, but I wouldn't count them out of this one either. Anyways, and again, not to take anything away from OKC, they've been great coming in at 9-1. Obviously, they've been killing teams for years now.
They're just 3-3 on the spread on the road. They're just 500 team on the road spread wise. So.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so 10.5 points is a lot of points there to be trying to cover. So yeah, Grizzlies probably my strongest play here early, and was Celtics in this slot as well.
Celtics are, yep.
Yeah, I was on them last time. I think I'll double back on them here. The Magic handled them pretty easily last time, but I think the Celtics give a better effort this time around. And again, the Magic haven't exactly been too consistent this season either. So see what the Celtics can do here.
There you go. With that, let's move on over to Alessandro.
I don't know. I'm getting kind of crazy here. I'm liking the Nets. Even a sprinkle on the money line is plus 15.5. I don't know. I think the Knicks can make the Nets look good here. I like Tyrese Martin over 9.5 points. I think he even gets 20 points. He's the type of guy that comes off the bench and is just a microwave. And then Terrence Mann, I think Igor Demon will make a name for himself tonight. I'm not laying 2 touchdowns, as Nino said. Plus 15.5 and a sprinkle on the money line with the Nets. Call me crazy. I don't care. You heard it here. Magic, Celtics. I like the Celtics as well, actually. I'm not a big buyer of this Magic team. They've already burned me a couple times already this year. Laying points with them, even at home, I'm good. To me, I know OKC hasn't looked great this year, but it's system play. It's OKC or pass. I would have got burned there the other night against the Trailblazers. Thank God I laid off. I'll probably lay off this one as well just because it's 10.5, but I can only look OKC's way. And not in love with that Bucks Houston game. I just think Houston has the length to match up with Milwaukee. Milwaukee missing Porter and Prince. Those aren't two valuable guys. I don't know. That's too tough for me to call. I'll just let that one go as well.
There we go with Alessandro Milano Solo.
I'm all over that game. Rockets and the Bucks. These teams going to get up and down, score some points. Rockets have good length, so this total could probably go under in the first half, but I think it picks up in the second half with fouls and 3-pointers down the stretch. Giannis stays on the gas. The supporting cast only shoots threes. Rockets pretty loaded, man. I'll take this total over. The Celtics and the Magic, I'll be honest, I really haven't been impressed with the Magic, but I can't back the Celtics. I'm going to look at the total in this one. I think Boston, coming off that loss, I think they're going to come in and fire. I think they want to get up and down. I'm going to take this total over 227.5.
There we go here from Solo. Yeah, I agree with Solo. I like the over in this Houston and Milwaukee game. Houston is number 1 team in road offensive efficiency, averaging 121 points per 100 possessions, hitting 50%, 45% from 3 on the road. Milwaukee's lights out at home here, 52%, 42% from 3. The Rockets 5-0 to the over on the road. Milwaukee 4-1 to the over at home. I'll take over in that one. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from Celtics Magic's side there. I just don't have a good feel for it. In that Nets and Knicks game, give me the over. Anytime you get an over under 230 here, because the Knicks are capable of putting 130 on this Nets. This Nets team is playing no defense whatsoever. It's a horrible defensive team. I mean, you look at some of these numbers, it's ugly here for Brooklyn. Brooklyn here on the road give up 124 points per game. And the Nets giving up 50% shooting, 44% from 3 there. No, thank you. New York is hitting their threes at 41%, but they're also not defending the 3-point shot very well for this Knicks team. So I like the over in that one. Yeah, I can only look at the plus points here. It's a lot to give Memphis here. It's not a playoff game. It's early season. OKC, as we said, just 3-3 to the spread on the road. And Memphis here, -2 net rating at home. But again, OKC on the road, hitting just over 35% from 3, giving up 37% from beyond the arc. So I'll look here at Memphis at that big plus price. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Sporting Show. As we continue on, we'll close out NBA with these final 3. Pistons and Sixers here. We got the Pistons. Look at this respect. Pistons 4.5 on the road. Yeah, they have rest advantage here. Total 230. It looks like Embiid will be out. He's doubtful, but I don't expect him to play. But again, he's only playing 22 minutes a game there. Pacers and Warriors. Pacers the back-to-back. The Warriors 12.5 here total. We're seeing jumping up from 228.5 to 229.5 in some places. And of course, tonight, Sabonis questionable here for Sacramento as they host Minnesota. We got Minnesota here laying 5.5, total 236.5. Let's see if there's any other injuries. We know it's Sabonis, the question mark there. Detroit and Philly, it's going to be a laundry list here. Harris, Ivy, Sass are out. Isaiah Stewart is doubtful here. The enforcer for Detroit is doubtful for Detroit. Levert is probable. On the Philly side, we've got Barlow and George out. McCain, Embiid, and Broom here are doubtful. For Indiana, Furphy, Jackson Jones, Mathurin, McConnell, Toppin are out. Looks like Nesmith and Nembhard are in for Indiana. On the Warriors side, no Melton. Horford and Curry here are questionable. T-Wolves and the Kings, well, it's just Shannon who's questionable. Of course, we did tell you Sabonis is questionable because we know Keegan Murray's going to be out for a while. So there you're caught up with the injuries. We start with Chris.
Yeah, look at this Pistons 76ers. I know 76ers got it done last night. Love those jerseys. Just wish that I had a player on the team I actually like to buy one because it's the throwback jersey to what Iverson wore. But anyway, to this, give me the Pistons 4.5 there. I just want them to come in here and take care of that. Putting the Sixers on the back-to-back. Pacers, Warriors, give me the under 228. You look at the Pacers, 4-0 to the under on the road. They're just not scoring much on the road here. So we'll take under 228.5 there. And then I'm going to take my Timberwolves to go into Sacramento and get it done tonight. I can't stand this Kings team. So we'll take the Timberwolves to get it done.
There we go. From Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'm not going to really be touching on these late games until I get a confirmation on these injuries here with Curry and Sabonis, two massive question marks there. I agree though with the Pistons here. I think they come here and make the most of that rest advantage here. So anything under 6 points, I'd be laying with the Pistons here in that one.
Yeah, from El Ninos on over to Alessandro. You're on mute, Alessandro.
Mute.
You're on mute.
Still on mute.
Excuse me, guys. I'm on mute. My bad. I was basically saying we got some people off this Henny at like 7 a.m. on Vegas time. A little crazy, but sober up, kid. Only thing I like here, Detroit, Philly, I got to go over. A lot of the the injury report's ugly. Just think these two teams run up and down. Edge come Maxey, those guys, possible 30-point night any given night. Yeah, give me the over there, Detroit, Philly. Lean to Detroit, honestly, on a side, but I like the over more. Again here with the Pacers and this ugly injury report. Curry's questionable. I would lean the Warriors there, lay it. I know it's a big number, but I don't know who's going to score. I mean, I know Nesmith and Nembhard, but after that, as far as the backcourt, I don't know who's going to kill you. So, yeah, give me the Warriors. It's just the rest of the slot, right?
Yeah, rest of the slot. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe no, that's all I like. I'm not a big NBA guy today. We got NFL action to worry about.
There we go. From Alessandro on over to Solo.
My favorite play on the board, Timberwolves, Kings. These teams going to get up and down. Defense is optional. Timberwolves getting healthy. Ant-Man is playing. This Kings team is old. It's a veteran squad. They don't have a lot of good depth. So they just kind of come in and shoot threes and attack the basket, get into the free throw line. A lot of stupid fouls. This total's going way over. Premium play.
There you go. From Solo. Tell you the one I like the most here. I like the Indiana and Golden State under. I took under yesterday with the Indiana. This is a team that just can't shoot the basketball. Offensively averaging 101 points per 100 possessions. Golden State here, 4-0 at home. But you look at this Indiana team, 38% on the road, 30% from three. They can defend the three-point line. That's all they can do. They're holding teams at 31% from beyond the arc. Warriors have defended well at home this year, 45% shooting allowed, 31% from three. Pacers 4-0 to the under on the road. Golden State plays at the second slowest pace at home in the NBA. I like the under here with this Warriors and Indiana game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue on. We'll move on over to college basketball. What we do this time of the year, we just tell the cappers, just give us what we got. We'll get into the blocks when we get into conference play in early January, maybe even late December. whenever we get started here with conference play. So here, just give us what you got in college hoops. Chris, what you got?
I got a premium play in college basketball today, but also the only one I was really looking at, because I've been looking at NBA and NFL all night, VMI Missouri. I think last time I had it was 23.5. Trying to find the number now to see where we're at. If it moved, no, 23.5 still. Give me VMI. Missouri didn't even cover that game. They had all kinds of points against Southeast Missouri. VMI is at least covered in their games there. So give me the 23.5 VMI in that matchup.
There we go with Chris on over to Nino's.
Yeah, not gonna lie, not much for me today in college basketball.
Now on over to Alessandro.
All right, so I'm just waiting on this to load, but the one that I was looking at was Vermont. I got it at -4. This thing's up to -5, -6. Just the continuity in the backcourt. TJ Long, TJ Hurley, 2 4-year guards averaging double digits last year, are now back with this Vermont squad. Brown, I don't know, scored 46 points there in the season opener. I was actually leaning Brown in that game too. Laid an egg. I don't like the talent on Brown, and I like the continuity on the Vermont side. So give me the -4, which is again now -6. So get on that one as soon as possible. And the other one, the Indiana Marquette game, I like this one to go over the total. You got the DeVries family now with Indiana. They're going to get up and down and run. And then Marquette's got those 2 guards there that can shoot it from outside. Yeah, give me the over 155 in that one. And then the last one here, Penn versus American. Give me American here at home, -1.5. That's another one just based off the continuity, what they've brought back. They got about 5 or 6 guys, at least off last year's team. Tons of new faces on the Penn side. And Penn's 1-0, yet the 1-point dog. Give me American at home, -1.5.
Here we go here from Alessandro on over to Solo.
I got a couple here. North Texas, Loyal, Chicago. This line is switched. I want to say I saw North Texas like -2.5 last night. Complete switch, so we'll pass on that one. Got to check up on that one. Let's go right here. Grambling and Howard. I think this is a good game right here. Grambling's on his 3rd game, still on the road. Howard has 1 game under the belt. They were solid last year. Good guard play. A lot of players from the DMV area. Decent size. I think they'll control the glass. Lay with the highest Howard Bison -3.5 over Grambling. And Texas A&M and Oklahoma State. I think these teams get up and down. Texas A&M has gone over both games. Who is this? Oklahoma State. They put them 95, I want to say, in the first game. I think this total goes over 169.5.
Here from Solo. You better tell Grambling basketball team, keep their gloves at home. Don't be like the football team. Keep those gloves at home. All right. I'll tell you what I think here. Give me Texas A&M here. NIL money at work here at Texas A&M. A lot of good transfers. And this Oklahoma State team has hit rock bottom, man. There's just no one shows up to those games either.
They can score.
They can score a little bit, but man, they just look this. I'm not a fan of this program. Ever since it's not only the college basketball team that tanks, so is the football team. Because who was that big money guy that passed away a couple years ago? Maybe they're feeling the effects of it. Boone Pickens, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pickens has been the big money guy there. Since he's passed away, we've seen the basketball team tank, and now we've seen the football team tank. So could be some issues there in Stillwater. But
to Solo's point, that totals 167 to 175, the line move on that. So, yeah, they're going to get up and down and run.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
3s, yeah, for sure.
That about that one there. Yeah, so I'll look at that. That's the one that kind of stuck out with me. And it is kind of a fate of Okie State because, again, they were just terrible last year. I mean, it's just – and then I put it all together. I said, well, Boone Pickens passed away. Maybe the NIL money's not coming in. We know the NIL money's coming to Texas A&M. They got a lot of money over there. We see it on.
Were you surprised the line was like 1 or 2 for Texas A&M?
Yeah, I mean, that was a little surprising, but it has moved up. It opened 1.5. It moved to 2, 2.5. So I'm kind of agree with the line move here in this one. But again, it's just to me, it's just a fate of the Okie State program. You know, I don't think they have a home court advantage. I've seen a lot of games there where the fans aren't showing up. A lot of empty seats.
Yeah, it was rough last year for sure.
Yeah, it was really rough. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as well. Turn our attention here to the hockey for today. We'll just ask the guys what they've got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got a lot of games. We got a lot of back-to-back today. 8 games on the ice. We'll see if Alaminos got anything on the ice tonight.
Yeah, a couple plays here. Let's keep rolling with the Blackhawks. Still getting that big plus money, so why not take another shot on them? seeing plus 160 as of right now. I'll go with the Blackhawks. Another one I was looking at. Yeah, Kings Penguins should be a fun one. Might take another stab at the Penguins at home. I know they fell just short, lost in shootouts last time, but again, they've been playing well. What else we got? Hurricanes, Maple Leafs. Love the Hurricanes there over the Maple Leafs. They dropped another one yesterday against Boston. We talked about that one yesterday, and yeah, sure enough, the Leafs dropped another one there. So I'll be on the Hurricanes in that one. And Jets, Ducks. Well, that should be a fun one too. Nothing on that just yet, but yeah, definitely like the Blackhawks a lot. I like the Hurricanes, and those are definitely my two strongest plays today.
Yeah, from Al Ninos. Next up, we move on over to Alessandro.
Well, yeah, I got a premium in the Blackhawks Red Wings game. I'll give it to you out here. I'm on the Blackhawks as well with Ninos. The plus price, Bedard, the way he's going, top 4 in the league in points, and the rest of that crew. I'll take Blackhawks plus 155. I'm looking for the Senators here to kind of, excuse me. Looking for the Senators here to get it done here against the Mammoth. Just kind of stop this hot streak the Mammoth have been on. Senators aren't that bad at home. We got to pick them price. I'll take the Senators. And then the last one there, that Ducks-Jets game. I don't know. I was actually at the Golden Knights game last night against the Ducks. That one was a back-and-forth emotional thriller. Down to overtime, almost 30 seconds away from a shootout. For the Ducks to come back now to Anaheim, travel spot against the Jets, who had a day off yesterday. I actually lean the Jets there. And this is not a shot on my Ducks. I'm calling them my Ducks because I've already backed them a couple times, and they've cashed me out plus money, plus 150, plus 170. This is a team to keep your eye on. I'm just laying off them this spot here today, but the Ducks going forward, definitely like betting on them.
There we go from Alessandro. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our Parlay Pro segment where Caps go to parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start off with Chris.
Yeah, I'll have you some props in the comments here, so you guys don't have to keep up with them. But I'll tell you here, we're going to do a quarterback touchdown parlay here. If you want to parlay them, you run them straight. Most of these guys are pretty priced up. I'll take Jackson Dart. I like Caleb Williams for a touchdown today. And I like J.J. McCarthy a touchdown today as well. All 3 quarterbacks there. Goal scorers, Nathan McKinnon, and Alex DeBrincat. For your goal scorers there. And then we'll take, if you want a team, we'll take my Grizzlies and we'll take the Lions, pair them up together, both on the spreads.
Very good there from Chris. Move on over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, not necessarily a parlay, but I'll give you a couple dogs and a couple props. I already mentioned on the show, but I guess these are my favorite picks today. I'll go Dolphins, Vikings, and the Metcalf anytime touchdown, as well as the George Kittle anytime touchdown.
There we go here from Al Ninos. Move on over to Alessandro.
I'm going to just give you guys one prop that I really like. It's Tyrese Martin over. It's now 8.5 points. I got it at 9.5, so this thing's dropped. A little scary, but I think he scores for 20. I'm looking at plus money with him. I know it sounds crazy. You're like, who the hell is Tyrese Martin? If there's going to be anybody that kills the Knicks tonight, it'll be him from the Nets. So give me the over 8.5 points. And if you want to get wild, look at the points ladder there, 15 or 20 points, and get the plus money.
There you go here from Alessandro. Next up, we're over to Solo.
Let's go Bucks money line. Arizona Cardinals plus the 7. 49ers plus the 5.5.
There from Solo. I'll give you what I like here. I like under Bills and the Dolphins here. Bills' road defense has been pretty good on the road, giving 14 points a game. I like also the Jags as well as the Seahawks there. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what we have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big week of action here, guys, from the NFL as well as NBA and more. Let's take a look and see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks for today's card. Chris puts together really good numbers here this year in college football. Chris, what you got for sale?
Guys, got you a 3-pack in the football today. I got you a best bet in NBA, best bet in college basketball today. I did wrap them all up in a 5-pack. If you guys want to get that, use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save you 15% off of all that. 2-for-1 capper, you see who's on the leaderboard, pair them up together, let them go to work for you. Do that. Hop on something long term with me. I'm starting to cover a lot of stuff here: basketball and college and NBA, football, both NFL and college. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff here. So if you want to hop on something, we can. We're having a pretty good run so far. But anyway, yeah, hop on something there. Let's just keep trying to do well.
That's right, guys. Yeah, with Chris over at Tony's Picks. As you can see up on the board right now, multi-packs up there for you as well. Long-term subscriptions, the way to roll as well. You guys love that 7-day pass. A lot of coverage here with all the sports overlap. And remember, all of our 1-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased. We'll be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling over on the site. We'll see what we got rolling here with Al Ninos. Al Ninos has been sharp here in NFL. Al, what you got for sale?
Yeah, just the one NFL play so far. Although I do like the Sunday nighter, so I might have a player or two on that one coming up, or as a team play. So I always want to make sure you get one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. Get those team plays emailed to you. And the NBA, man, they love calling all those timeouts late. We might give them a timeout today and put them in timeout for the rest of the day after that Lakers performance yesterday. But no, I might come up with a play again. Still waiting on some injury news there in the NBA as well. But yeah, so far just focused on that one NFL play for now. But yeah, looking forward to that Sunday nighter as well.
Yeah, El Ninos with the one play up there right now, so get on board. El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. There, remember the promo code Tony T at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. Get on board with El Ninos at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling over at the site. We'll see what Alessandro has for sale. Alessandro, impressive numbers here in the NFL. Alessandro, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, so I have a 3-pack in the NFL today, but I also have some single game passes. If you just scroll down on my profile, you'll see all the other NFL picks that I put in. Mostly NFL today. I do have one college basketball and I do have one hockey, so go scoop those up. And yes, use that 2-for-1 capper promotion and the Tony T discount code at checkout. Get that 15% off. Let's make some money.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. He's been see him up on the leaderboards, doing great work over there on the site. So get on board. Passes for you from Alessandro here with the NFL 3-pack. And, of course, long-term subscriptions are the way to go as well, as Alessandro has a lot of plays for sale for today over at Tony's Picks. So get on board and use that promo code, as he mentioned. Tony T will knock off that 15% off. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks right now and see what's up for sale here with Solo. Solo, good start here in college hoops. Solo, what you got for sale?
I'm actually kind of heavy today. I've been kind of light for the last 3 weeks, but got a lot of data. Really liking the card. I'm going to start firing, getting back aggressive. I think definitely have a 5-pack NFL, 3-pack NBA, and a best bet college basketball. So shine it with me short-term, long-term. Pair me with your favorite capper, pair me with the hottest capper. Make sure you use that 15% code. I suggest don't parlay, but do what you do. Let's get to the bank.
In the bank with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Pick pass up there for you right now. Remember the 1-day passes profit guarantee or long-term subscriptions is the way to go. Remember, all long-term subscriptions include all plays here, including props that we can put in the system as well, and our late steam where we can post plays between 10 minutes to 2 hours of our game time. Those are included on all long-term subscriptions. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks and use that promo code Tony T at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right, guys, over on the site today, I've got best bet from NFL as well as plays here for you from NFL. Got 4 premiums on the board today for you guys, so get on board with me. And you can also match me up with your favorite capper here with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and do that and get signed up with me over at Tony'sPicks.com and get on board. Of course, guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Morning Show. So if you happen to miss any of our shows, just hop on over to our YouTube channel where we have a lot of great content up there. You can also watch the replay of our shows if you happen to miss any of it. And of course, right now over on the site, we have a lot of great content from myself as well as our cappers at Tony's Picks. Hit the YouTube channel, type in Tony's Picks in the search console. You'll find us there, guys, over on the site. So check us out, if you will, with a lot of great content for you over there. Of course, we got the I've got the compilation videos up for you right now, NBA, as well as our deep dives from NFL. So we're ready to roll here for this card today on Sunday. Chris with his prop videos as well up there. Touchdown prop picks from Chris. So check those out, if you will, on the channel. Of course, our playlist for NFL always filled up with me and, of course, Ramon in there with the full game card for you as well. Baseball, we're done with baseball. We're in the NHL now. Ramon's got you covered with the NHL for today. Fight picks.
Got you covered.
Yeah, we got you covered. All of our videos coming in through there as well. El Nino's here with this video for you. So, guys, a lot of great coverage over at Tony's Picks. Check it out, if you would, over at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So lots of great content. and more there. Of course, if you happen to miss any of our live shows, just hit that live tab and watch the replay of this show and also our late night show, Night Moves with Ramon, 2:30 a.m. Eastern time with DeAndre. If you happen to wake up in the morning, especially those in the East and Central time zone, watch that as a complete game rundown for you here with the Night Moves show. Check it out. Of course, we have a replay of our live show as well. And of course, we see Night Moves there with Ramon and DeAndre. So check it out there on the Tony Flicks YouTube channel. And we also have happy hour during the week. So a lot of great content here on the channel for you guys. So check us out here with on-demand content for you and live shows for you as well. Of course, Chris, you've got your props as well up on the channel.
Yeah, I got you the hit list back there. I think they went back to my old thumbnail. Maybe people might like that one better. But anyway, yeah, I got your 5 touchdown scores today. They match up really well with what the defense is allowing to red zone targets and to touchdowns to those positions. That's how I went about it. So you got 5 there. I gave you out one here with Jackson Dart, so go check that out. Didn't do any NBA. NBA's been tricky on that. And then goal scores, I didn't have a lot of data last night at the time of the video, so I will be getting you some of those on the hit list as well. Just to clarify a little bit, Alessandro, you were saying Tyrese Martin was the one?
Yeah, Tyrese Martin.
Okay, yeah. Last time he actually played the Knicks, he got over 20 points against them. That was last year in April, but he's at 1660. If you take him at 20, you can take him at 15 points for 420. I was looking up his stats. So he did it against the Knicks last time, so I will back that. But anyway, yeah, on the hit list, we're going to do touchdowns, NHL, and we will have some NBA if I can find you guys plus money. This has been tricky with these guys, these lines. But anyway, we'll keep putting it out there.
Very good. Of course, Leonidas got you on the morning show, seeing some of the shows as well. Of course, you've got your dog video up on the channels as well.
Yeah, no videos today, unfortunately. No excuses. Just got to do better. But yeah, for those that tuned into that hockey video yesterday, I know everyone's was focused on college football, but we hit 2 big money line dogs in that one. And the third one came close as you can get. So lost that third one in shootout. So again, going to try to do better there as well.
Very good. Of course, Alessandro, we'll see you here on the channels and more content as well and on the YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy coming on here with the morning show with you guys and then the happy hour sometimes with Rod. I'll post some videos every now and then with the UFC, some NFL picks as well. But yeah, just check out what we got on Tony's Picks, the YouTube channel. A lot of content.
That's right. So, of course, you look around here, you got you here on some mornings. We also catch you some of the happy hour shows.
Yeah, I'm on the morning show. I'm trying to swing in every once in a while on the happy hour. Gotta find a way to get back in the morning. I got a lot going on right now, but time to slow down. We'll be ready. We'll be firing. But Tony, one thing I wanted to add, guys, I'm really curious about this San Antonio Spurs team. I was on Wemby. I'm watching them lately, and I don't want to say they figured him out, but I think they figured his ass out.
Maybe.
The Rockets definitely did.
Rockets, yeah.
He hasn't scored over 20 like 6 games, right?
Yeah.
And he was getting bullied by Şengün, and they were getting all those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, but everybody's on the same tactic though. They're getting low.
Yeah,
they're getting low and just trying to
physical
push him out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you do with those thin bodies. You got to get.
And they're willing to give up 12 fouls for it. I mean,
well, that's what you do when you got bigs. You got guys that can come off the bench and just their job is just to foul. It's just take him out of his game.
And then Fox is back now. That's going to take some shots away. So be careful with a lot of these Wemby props coming up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Wemby might want to distribute more, maybe just be a decoy out there and get some open shot. The whole idea is get that open 3. That's what they want. It's still the pop system, right? Even the coaching change, get that corner 3. And well, it's as long as you see if they can get the winning basketball. That's what they're looking for over there in San Antonio.
Yeah,
that's the key right there. Whatever it takes to win. If it's Wemby's just going to be out there you're going to double team him. There's going to be open guy out. Let him hit the 3. And if he can't make the 3, there's enough depth on that lineup to bring somebody off the bench that can hit. Right?
I got some depth, but I just thought he was a clear-cut MVP candidate. But the last week or so, I don't know. I don't like what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you have a lot of talent around you, right? It's got to share the ball a little bit.
So he's still a young player. He has a lot of room to grow too. But it's a very rough story. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Wemby it's not in the paint, right? He's out on the perimeter sometimes, so it's just different. His game is a little different than it was back in the '90s when you had guys that back to the basket. It's a different time.
And I think the refs are going to continue to, they're going to get more and more physical because you can't keep calling it. So if they're doing it every night, it's only going to get worse. So
I'm not going to say it's going to be like Shaq, but he's going to get fouled.
A lot.
Well, that's going to get it the rookie treatment. Finally, took a while to get it right, but San Antonio was just a doormat, right? And he was been hurt, so we haven't seen a whole lot of Wemby. Now we're starting to see more of him, and now these guys have figured out. Well, look at the Houston coach. He loves that style of play, and they'll just use his blueprint.
Oh, Udoka's a bully, man.
Udoka is he's gonna bully it, and if the bully ball works, then they're gonna copy it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they need to do, because Udoka, he's not gonna mess around out there. He even stands up to LeBron. He's not afraid of anybody. He's not afraid of anybody. I was surprised he got rid of Brooks. That was one of his guys. That was surprised.
Yeah, we need Bron back too. I was talking all that shit, but we need him back.
Yeah, we'll see how it rolls. Yeah, we'll see how he fits in. I think he's going to be evaluated in 1 to 2 weeks of that sciatica. So it's that's funny. We'll see. All right, well, guys, we're back again tomorrow live on the show. Like, subscribe.
LeBron's afraid of LeBron. That's about it.
LeBron, right? We'll see how it is. It's the LeBron robe. That's it. Any closing thoughts from anyone before we close it out?
I'm good.
You're good. All right, guys, going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys making a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning.